You're listening to the Bring the Thunder podcast, a podcast by fans for fans.
Yes, you are, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast, and welcome back, Indy sports fan. Be coming back to a Bring the Thunder podcast member. Appreciate you, Indy. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out our premium memberships on the YouTube channel. Before we start the show, I do want to apologize if the mics aren't sounding fantastic today. We're down in OKC. If you didn't see our pregame show, Jack's actually just 2 rooms down from me right now, but we're working into getting our studio within the next couple days, so it'll look much better, sound much better. But as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, OKC takes down the Memphis Grizzlies 117-116 in Memphis, and one of the grittiest wins I've seen in a while. I think that's a win that turns this season back around. I want to go over the stats really quick before we start talking about this game. AJ Mitchell, 23-6 on 50%. Outstanding game, especially in the second half. Same with J-Dub, 26, 5 and 10, 50% as well. Got to the line, 10 free throws. That's the J-Dub we need to see. Jump shooting still questionable, but if he's attacking the rim and doing it efficiently, that's a big deal for OKC. Lou Dort, 13, 6 and 4. Aaron Wiggins, 16 and 7. Kenrich Williams, the game winner pretty much. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 8 of 13 from the field. Saved the day in Memphis for OKC today. I think that's a win that turns it back around, Jack. I was very happy with the guys tonight.
Yeah, we came into this game not really knowing what was going to happen. We knew it was going to be close. Credit to me for calling the money line, the spread there. But shout out to these guys for fighting through and getting it done. I think the turnaround in that third, in the third quarter was insane. As Joe comes and joins me.
What's up? Live from OKC.
We are live from OKC. Yeah, the turnaround in that third quarter was just amazing offensively. I think the first little bit in that first half was just pretty shitty, missing threes, ISO ball, and then in that third quarter we started moving the ball, cutting, and I'm Aaron Wiggins' biggest fan, but his cuts are really good, and that was really instrumental into becoming more of a team tonight. And I think once we moved the ball as a team and started cutting off each other and playing off each other, the offense came back and the defense fed off that, and it was pretty much the ball game from there.
Yeah, I mean, what a second half by OKC. Jack, do you have it up in front of you how much they outscored Memphis in the second half?
I could find it.
It was like we outscored by like at least 20 or something.
70-something to 40-something. So
really big second half. And shout out to J-Dub tonight and AJ Mitchell. Really put the teams on their back, but gotta go to Kenny Hustle. 51-21. Mark Espinoza, shout out you, man. 51-21 the second half, led by J-Dub, Aaron Wiggins, AJ Mitchell, and Kenrich Williams. This was the turning point. I'm telling you, I could just feel it. Like, they looked down in the first half. It looked like, oh, OKC's going to get their ass beat again. Second half, third quarter, the offense started rolling. The defense wasn't quite there. Fourth quarter, offense and defense looked just like last year's OKC team. I'm very excited with the moving forward. I know we're going to get healthier. I'm really excited for Jay Will to come back soon. I think we're missing him a lot more than we expect. Obviously, Hartenstein and Shea were out as well. But, I mean, you can't say much more. It's just an outstanding win. I think Mark Dagnall did a good job, going through 71-51. I got you, Mark. But Mark Dagnall did a good job going through rotations today and seeing what stuck. It took him a while, but once like that mid-third quarter hit, he found the lineup. I believe the lineup, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Jack, it was AJ, J-Dub, Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, and Kenrich Williams. That was the lineup that was the most positive tonight. And they were just dominating. And Austin, yeah, absolutely in the comments there right here, Austin Roberts. They're going to go back to OKC, extremely happy with this win, extremely high. They're going to, well, not high, but you know what I'm talking about. And I really do think just for the mental part of the basketball game, this team's going to be ready, especially for the stretch they got coming up. Miami's good. Obviously got the Spurs on Tuesday. The Bring the Thunder podcast will be at both of those games, by the way, if you guys want to come check us out. DM us on Instagram. But I'm really ecstatic about this win. It was at some point in this game, I turned to Jack and I was just, they suck. But they look like OKC again.
Many points this game, yeah. Just shout out to Kenrich Williams. Like he's our vet, one of our older guys, the glue guy, and tonight really showed why we still have him around and why he needs to be on this roster going forward. Everyone through from the first option to the 15th option is vital for this team's success, and that's why we won last year. And he really stepped up tonight when we needed it most. We needed someone who's cool and calm and didn't. I think what happens with this team is one person misses a three, then the next, and the next, and they just feed off each other. But Kenrich really flipped the tide on that and helped us get out of that hole. So shout out Kenrich Williams, man. Couldn't have won this game without him, but
Absolutely.
it's great to see Kenny hustle
Another point
in a game like.
Yeah, absolutely. Another point in the second half. Mark, really good point here by Mark Espinoza, one of our members. Lou Dort mid-range. The question is it Shea-esque? Like, I don't think I've ever seen Lou Dort. He doesn't miss mid-range shots when he takes them. He doesn't take them very much. But when he gets there and he gets the little shoulder, he'd be knocking them down. And they mentioned it on the Grizzlies broadcast tonight. He did a lot of that at Arizona State. And you don't see it much for him now. But Lou Dort midi is probably one of the most expected shots to go in at this point over his 3-point shot. But I was going to get to, Dort and Kenrich were outstanding tonight. But I was going to get to Jaren Jackson Jr. Hell of a first half. I think he had like 17 or 18 points in the first half. He finished with 23. So the defense really locked in on Jaren Jackson Jr. and was able to, say like, all right, let's see what the others got. And Gigi Jackson puts up a season high tonight. But we were able to withstand that and still get the dub without 90% of the team. So I want to stress, and I've said it multiple times already, I do think this win is by far the most important regular season win I've seen in a long time. Just for the morale.
Yeah.
Just for the morale. We know they're a good team. We know they're a great team. They're the reigning champions. They had a long season last year, long playoff series. They come out hot as hell in the regular season to start here, and then it kind of goes to shit a little bit. This game is going to turn it back around.
Totally. And all the guys who didn't play tonight have the obligation of playing like they did in the second half tonight every time they step on the floor. I think that the mindset switch that we saw in the second half just needs to be what we do from the get-go from now on. I think hopefully it'll spark something in these other guys and we get back to our winning ways. But I really think this could be a pivotal moment in the season. And if we had lost this one tonight, in that last play, I turned to Joe and said, we're about to get gamed on by Cam Spencer. And if we had, it would have been pretty dark times for OKC, I'd say. But I think we're out of that little rut where we went 6-6, or I guess we're 7-6 now. And I think we should be back now. And it's good to get out of that hole, but we do need to work on our 3-point shooting.
Yeah, the 3-point shooting, abysmal. I'm glad you brought that up. 9 of 37. I know that the spacing wasn't there as much as it is, but SGA and Chet on the floor, and even Isaiah Hartenstein creates a lot of 3-point shooting for this team. But tonight I kind of wanted to focus on, they were 9 of 37 from deep, but we were able to get to the rim really efficiently, get to the free throw line, get to the mid-range and knock them down without guys like Shea, without guys like Chet Holmgren. So it's really important for this team. And just look at the morale in our chat, right? Look at the morale. Think of what the players are thinking right now. Look at the morale here. We got a win streak coming up, 70-12. It's a wrap for the league. No Shea, no Chet. If we're feeling this, the team is definitely feeling this, and it's going to be a real fun flight home for them back from Memphis. We're about 11 minutes in. Before we hit to the segment, I want to promise everybody in our chat, I have not even seen the jersey that Jack was wearing. I know I just ran out there. I didn't even look. All right. And I probably won't even get it right. He put it on when we were starting the live, so I really don't know. But with that being said, Jack, what the hell are you wearing, bro?
What the is Jack wearing?
Drop your guesses in the comments.
Yeah, if you guys are new, Jack wears an OKC Thunder jersey after every win. He doesn't tell anyone on the panel. He doesn't. You guys obviously don't know. So drop your guesses in the comments. And while you're doing that, I am going to guess. We got some Kenrich hopping in here. While we're waiting, shout out Indie Sports. Shout out to you guys. You guys look. I'm not going to jinx you, But Indiana looks damn good, man. They look damn good. He said Brooks Barnheiser.
A lot of Kenrich.
What a Chris Wilcox. Austin Roberts is the man. For me, all right. I gotta go with. It's not gonna be J-Dub because I know he had a really good game, but I'm gonna go with the guy that we thought originally that was gonna go for 30 points tonight. And if the game were extended to overtime, he would have hit that 30-point mark. I'm gonna go with AJ Mitchell.
All right. Without delaying it any longer, I'm just gonna show you my J-Dub jersey tonight. He's back. Best game of the season for him. He looked like himself. Exactly what we need. 26 points, 10 assists, 50% from the field. The only thing that's missing is the 3-point. Everyone who said I should be wearing a Kenrich jersey, I'm buying a Kenrich Williams jersey after tonight. I promise you I'll be wearing it some stream. I'm not going to say when because you're going to have to guess it. But yeah, that's on the way. But yeah, I had to wear J-Dub. He's back.
Before we continue with the show, this is like really cool that we get to do this, and I'm super excited. Everyone who's in OKC who's going to be around, the stadium during home games, who's going to be in Bricktown, downtown on the Strip, we're going to be on the street. We're going to be on the street doing a lot of content, a lot of interviews. We want to come meet you guys or meet you guys at the stadium, and we could do like games and stuff in person. So Sunday for sure, before and after the Miami game. Tuesday for sure, before and after the Spurs game, and then we'll keep you guys updated, throughout our posts on IG and our lives. But we're going to be out there a bunch for about 3 weeks. Mark, absolutely. Mark, 4.5 hours, that would mean the world. Jack flew all the way from New Zealand. I don't know how he did it. I was struggling off a flight from New York. I was tired all day. Jack's been lively and just ready to roll. He's trying to get out. So we're
in
excited
OKC.
to you guys.
Austin,
I mean, Austin, they're going to have to. I think they will too. Jack and I will be in the building. It's good morale.
Well, they haven't lost when we've been in OKC, so they've never lost a game.
Never lost a game, not once.
Yeah.
Not even, together, not even.
Yeah.
But back to the game.
That's gonna,
Back to the game. We can talk about the dynamic duo of AJ Mitchell and Jalen Williams a little bit more here. They both finished 9 of 18. Neither of them had it going from the three-point line. AJ made it some big threes down the stretch to cut the lead. All we needed that whole end of the third quarter, whole fourth quarter, was to see 1 or 2 threes go in. We got one from Kenrich Williams, and it wasn't a three. It was an and one. We got one from AJ Mitchell. But these guys, when they're on their game, and especially J-Dub, but AJ too, they play downhill. And it's really hard to stop guys who play downhill. A lot of times it ends up in fouls, sending him to the free throw line. If not, they're going to get a bucket or kick to a wide open 3-point shooter, which wasn't the game tonight. But, I mean, having them paired with SGA when they're on their games, that's why OKC is so good. And then you got your 3-and-D guy in Lou if he's knocking down his shots. You got Chet, you got Hartenstein back. This team is going to look much better very soon. But tonight was a game about those two players individually and their confidence just growing and growing. AJ's a very confident player. J-Dub, when he plays with confidence, is a top 15 player in the NBA. We've seen it. We saw it in the playoffs, saw it in the finals last year. He was so confident. Even in that 40-point game, he was shooting all mid-range fadeaways, three-pointers. Jack, how important are those two to OKC's success when they're playing at the top of their game?
Fundamentally so important. But I think the main thing about J-Dub tonight and why we think he's back and we're excited about this is, well, obviously the efficiency, but like you said, they got downhill and J-Dub's pretty unstoppable when he gets downhill. And then the only threes he shot were when the defenders were kind of realizing, oh, this guy's just going to burn past me and lay it up or get a foul call. So then he shoots a more open three, and I'm cool with that. Like, those are the threes he should be taking, rather than maybe pull-ups or step-backs kind of thing. When he's getting downhill and the threes open up naturally, I'm cool with him missing three a game, especially when he's still shooting 50% from the field. And then AJ Mitchell, he plays. I'm surprised this guy's not a 32-year-old vet the way he plays. Like, just his calmness and his poise is incredible. Like you said, in the clutch, knocked down, 2 pretty big threes after being like 0 for 4 from 3. just having that confidence and knocking them down when we really needed them was just so big for us. And yeah, those are our two second and third main ball handlers behind Shea, and it's good to know that if Shea doesn't have the ball in his hand, we can trust AJ. And now my trust for J-Dub is back, and I'm cool with him having the ball in his hand, especially in the clutch. But to have three people that we don't mind having the ball in the clutch, knowing that they're going to get a bucket, is just pretty special to have on any team, to be honest.
Yeah, and especially with J-Dub tonight in the fourth quarter, 12 points, 4 assists, really ran the show. Full attack mode offensively. Pretty much led the 21-point comeback. That improves our win streak over Memphis to 12 games straight. No SGA, no Chet, no Hartenstein, no Cason Wallace, no Jay Will. Really, really important win tonight. I'm going to get to a few of these comments real quick here. Starting with Austin. Austin says, does AJ pick? Does the AJ pick make up for Topic pick? I feel we might trade him. No, because Nikola Topic, he's not getting traded. He's going to get a shot to play basketball. He's obviously owed that, and he's a really good basketball player. We saw AJ and Topic play really well together in the summer league, so I don't expect anyone to be traded at the moment. And the AJ pick doesn't really make up for the Topic pick yet because we haven't seen him play.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, we have to let Topic play. Like the adversity he's been through with the ACL and then fighting cancer, and if that's not someone who wants it and is going to show some OKC Thunder spirit, then I don't know who will. So I would love to see him on the court, because someone who's been through that much and is still showing up every day, like he's earned it for sure.
Absolutely. We're gonna get to Unk here. He said Isaiah Joe needs to play better, or he's gonna go. That's quite a possibility for me.
Yeah, Isaiah Joe needs to be our premium shooter. We sub him in, and I don't know, goes 2 for 6 from 3, 2 for 7 from 3, and we get at least 2 guaranteed threes from him a game and stretch the floor. But at the moment, it's not happening, and that was the issue last season. He started the season really strong and was making his threes, but I think now he's not standing out from the rest of the team. And if he's not doing that anymore, then we do have to go and get a 3-point shooter to rely on, because we can't rely on many guys right now. And that was the other thing whilst watching this game that I said to you, was the only 3-point shooters we had at times were the ball handlers. When we had the lineup of AJ Mitchell, Aaron Wiggins, Dort, Caruso, and Jangin, the only 3-point shooters were AJ Mitchell and Aaron Wiggins, but they had the ball in their hands. So we need someone in the corner to knock down these threes, especially when our premium defenders like Dort and Caruso can't even hit the rim. Like, we need someone off the bench.
Right. Austin said he was hearing we might make a trade. What could we get for Ooze? Yeah, I think that's the only thing I've heard trade-wise. I don't think OKC likes making – well, Sam Presti doesn't really like making in-season trades. Ooze
and he won't make it public either.
Yeah.
You probably won't hear about it.
You'll never see it coming. Even if you can speculate all you want, it'll always be a guy you never saw coming, even with the draft picks that Sam Presti does. What can we get for Ooze? Ooze, it sounds like he's being like highly coveted around the league because he's still super young and super raw. But I mean, I think you could get a player. I think you get a player like a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, and well, that's the other thing you have to think of is we're going to get a pretty decent first-round pick next year, if not 2 pretty decent first-round picks, and we have to drop a player in order to draft them. So at the moment, Usman is in that kind of in my mind, he's already traded for this pick pretty much, because we're not going to pass up on a top 10 pick. So if you want to make a trade, it's probably, like Unk said, got to be with someone like Isaiah Joe, because Usman is pretty much gone for whoever we draft.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Austin again. How many times have we drafted someone fans were like, "What the heck?" and it turns out good. Every single draft pick in the history of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, and I've said the same thing as every fan. Like, what the hell are we doing? But always turns around. I guess I'm kind of running out here, Jack. You have anything else?
Yeah, I was going to get to this comment from One Love. He noticed that they're running some plays for Isaiah Joe, but the thing is, every other team knows he's our best 3-point shooter, so they have that on the scout. But I think he's still getting some pretty open looks, and even with a hand that's pretty much open for a shooter in the NBA. And if he's not knocking them down, then I don't know. He's got to knock them down. Like, we need him to be a 3-point shooter on this team because he's. I'll give him credit that he's an above average rebounder, but outside of that, he doesn't need to and doesn't bring anything else to this team. So if he's not shooting the 3-ball, then yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Mark Espinoza. We'll see you next time. Yeah, man. Hit us up on Instagram. Let me know or let us know, what you're doing, and we'll be here. So we're looking forward to meeting everybody. But yeah, Isaiah Joe. I mean, Jack mentioned it in the pregame. If you guys aren't seeing the pregames, make sure you get to watch him. You'll win some money. We're about I think we're 15-2 on lock of the nights so far this year. Pretty solid. Lock of the night earlier was AJ Mitchell over 18.5 points that hit. But Jack was mentioning a big key to tonight's game would be Isaiah Joe. And Isaiah Joe needs to start quick. He always needs to make his first shot, if not his second, because then the rest of the game he's going to be irrelevant. And I think, Jack, you nailed that today.
Yeah, which is a sad reality, but because when he's on, he's so good, but it's not every time. And then the last thing I kind of want to talk about is I really hope this team can train and figure this out, but it kind of seems like when we're fully healthy, there's almost a missing piece, or the jigsaw puzzle isn't coming together quite right, and I think we need to figure that out. But I'm excited to get healthier and keep experimenting different lineups, different minutes, different rotations, and seeing what works best, because at the moment some of our losses have come when we're fully healthy. And but yeah, I mean, we can show tonight that we can play a decent game even without the top guys. So hopefully when everyone comes back, we can slot into it and get back to a championship team. And yeah.
Absolutely. One thing you could bet your ass on is Mark Dagnall, when everyone's back, is still going to continue to experiment and try to find that right rotation. And I got to give it to him. Last year in the playoffs, he did find it for multiple different series, and I'm sure he'll find it again. Hopefully AJ Mitchell and Kenrich Williams get some damn minutes in that rotation. Austin, I could have never saw it coming that you were a Seattle Seahawks fan. For me, unfortunately, I'm not proud to say this, I'm a New York Giants fan. But I do think we might have something brewing in Dart and Scattaboo, and Neighbors, but we'll see. Jack, do you have an NFL team or a rugby team?
Yeah, go the Crusaders. Anyone who knows the Crusaders, you're onto it.
All right.
Good night, Unc. Shout out, Unc.
Austin likes Dart. All right. We're going to end it here, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate every single viewer for tuning in to the Bring the Thunder podcast. Kind of a quicker show today, but we got to go film some street content. So we'll see you guys next time. When's the next game here? Sunday, right? Yeah. We'll see you guys
in the Paycom.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Well, you'll see us pregame show Sunday morning-ish. And then we'll see you guys before the game outside Paycom. We'll see you maybe in Paycom for the game. And then we will see you guys on our post-game live after the Thunder get another win in a row here. It's starting, the tide's turning, and OKC's coming back, and they're going to look real good. I have a real strong feeling that this thing's turned back around. So with that being said, if you like the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's free to do. Unless you want to become a premium member, which we have a growing community. Shout out to all of our members. Go check them out on the YouTube channel. And we'll see you guys next time. Next time. Jack, any last words?
Nothing. Just, watch this page. Big things coming.
Big things coming. All right. We'll see you guys next time. And Thunder up, baby. Let's go.